Hello, this is Scott from Hyberdog Digital. Today we're going to take a look at a battery case for the Note 7. This is put out by ALCLAP, and it is actually a 5,000 milliamp battery case for the Note 7. It does actually fit over your Note 7 and plug right into the bottom USB Type-C port as it was a case. We'll take a look at this here real quick. And as you can see right off, it is very thick and will add quite a bit of bulk to your Note 7. So this is something that you would really want to use for maybe travel, or if you're going to be somewhere where you're not going to have an opportunity to charge it somewhere in a wall charger or anything like that. It is very deep on here, but it does give plenty of openings for the camera and flash and area like that. The buttons on here just simply are there, and it just actually really just pushes in on the side when you actually push on them. When I did have this installed on my Note 7, it was okay. They were not super responsive, but they did work. The other issue you need to think about here with this is that there is a port here for the headphone jack. Very small, it's very deep. So the only thing that really did work with it was the headphones that came with the phone, and even those were in there a little tight. And you will notice there is no opening for the S Pen. I assume that is probably because even if there was an opening, there's no way you'd be able to get in there and touch the S Pen and pop it out. You can see here there is a connection here for USB Type-C that will slide right into the bottom of the phone. There's also a port down here which would allow you to charge your phone and the case at the same time, or just the case by itself if you wanted to do it that way. There is a power button and 4 indicator lights here that when you press the button will light up and tell you how much charge you have left. With most of these, when you have the 4 lights, it is an indication of 25%, 50, 75, 100%. As for the case itself, when it did install, unfortunately I don't have my Note 7 anymore thanks to the exploding batteries. I had to return it. But when I did install it, it did install fine. It slid right in. It didn't really seem to hold too tightly. The phone never popped out, but I just didn't trust it a whole lot to hold it very tightly. So I would urge you to use this with caution, especially if you're planning on bumping your phone around too much. I would really categorize this more as just an extra battery versus a case. When it is installed, the top is completely open. It didn't really provide much protection as far as that, and the added weight and the added bulk would really make your phone, I feel, a little more susceptible if you dropped it to hitting a little harder and hitting in just the wrong spot. Of course, if it landed on the back, you'd probably be well protected, but if it landed anywhere on the front or certainly on the top, you would not be too happy with the results here. There are also some speaker openings here that you can see here is where the speaker would be on the phone, and it's supposed to push that sound out to both of these speakers. It was fine. It really muffled the sound a tiny bit. Wasn't terrible, but you're not buying this case for sound and for speaker amplification, so it really wasn't a big deal for me. This is a case for adding some battery life to your phone if you're going to be somewhere out where you're not going to be able to charge it up. For that purpose, this would work really nice. It did work really nice. It did get me a whole solid day of use on my Note 7, of heavy use, and it was still 100% at the end of the day. Obviously the battery pack itself had mostly discharged by that point, but that's still pretty good for what you're getting there. So there we go. That is the Note 7 battery case by ALCLAP. It did work very well. it's not really so much, again, it's not really so much of a case as it is just a glorified battery pack that fits nicely onto your phone. If you're looking to still have access to your headphone jack and your S Pen, this case probably isn't going to be the best choice for you, because a lot of those are cut off there at the bottom. There's no openings for that. But as a battery case, it worked very well, and I would recommend it if that's what you're looking for. The case itself is solid and pretty well built. It's got a nice rubber feel here on the back, kind of a rubber coating. But other than that, that's about it. Any questions, feel free to comment, and we will see you next time in HyperDog Digital. Thank you.